Hey folks, my name is Bart Becker and welcome to another Grafana video. Grafana Labs just announced Grafana Phlare, a new continuous profiling and aggregation store, and also a brand new flame graph visualization built into Grafana. In today's video, we'll take a quick look at what continuous profiling is and the advantages. We'll also look at how continuous profiling differs from traditional, aka deterministic profiling, and how it fits in the overall observability stack. Before diving into continuous profiling, let's first look at what profiling is. When developing software, it's sometimes hard to understand why your program is slow or running out of memory. You could add additional code to gather runtime statistics on the performance of your code, like how many times a function is called, or print out the allocation count of memory. That can work, but it's a very manual approach to something that can be automated. Work smart, not hard. And that's where profiling comes in. Most programming languages support profiling of your application. This allows you to run your application and at the same time record all kinds of call stack and memory statistics and write that recording to a file. By visualizing that recording, you can investigate which part of your code is causing the most slowdowns or is allocating a lot more memory than desired. As a developer myself, I've been using traditional deterministic profiling a lot. It's incredibly valuable, but the workflow can be very time-consuming. First, the overhead that profiling adds is significant. Your program runs much slower than usual, sometimes even twice as slow. It can also take a lot of work to simulate the exact situation in which the performance or memory issue occurs. This significantly slows down the developer troubleshooting feedback loop and thus your productivity. So profiling is already time-consuming and complex if you work on traditional monolithic applications. But it's an order of magnitude more complicated if you work with distributed systems and microservice applications. Recreating problematic scenarios can be near impossible and thus very time-consuming. So traditional profiling is valuable in development, but because of the vast overhead, it isn't realistic to keep profiling in production. Your application will run much slower and your users will probably not be so happy. Also, the amount of profiling data collected would be significant and would be slow to process and thus hard to create actionable insights out of it. To solve the issue with profiling, a bunch of smart folks championed continuous profiling within Google, which allowed them to profile distributed applications in their production environment. To reduce overhead, continuous profiling doesn't record every function call or memory object, but instead samples the call stack of the program every few seconds. This gives you information of the functions being executed and collects CPU utilization, multi-threading and memory usage, and latency data. The overhead of continuous profiling can be in the single digits or even lower. It can achieve this relatively low overhead number by sampling profiles over time. Tweaking this sample rate from 100 times per second or 100 Hz to 50 times per second or 50 Hz will reduce the overhead even further. Sampling also reduces the amount of data that's being collected, making it a bit less challenging to retrieve, process and store. However, in a large setup, you still need a profile store that is scalable, highly available and cost-effective. By solving the overhead problem, you then solve it's hard to create the right scenario problem, since now you don't need to exactly time when to collect your profile, but instead you just profile all the time at some sampling rate and then you just can locate the relevant profile from the time of the problem. To enable continuous profiling, you must instrument your application to emit profiles at the user space level. Popular profilers like pprof operate at this level. The collected profiles are stored in a database. Popular open source databases are for example Pyroscope or Parka. And Grafana Labs just launched a brand new scalable profile store called Grafana Phlare. Make sure to check the video description for a link to the Getting Started with Grafana Phlare video if you want to know more. To visualize the collected profiles, you need a visualization tool. There are different ways to visualize the data. One of the most popular visualizations is a flame graph. A flame graph depicts a distributed profile recording by using a timed and color-coded horizontal bar to represent each function call that occurred along the request's execution path. The latest version of Grafana now contains a new flame graph visualization, which can be used by multiple profiling storage systems. Many folks are already excited about the next step in continuous profiling with a technology called eBPF. This technology allows you to move the profiling code to the kernel space, further lowering the resource overhead of profiling. That way, you can obtain call stack statistics for the whole system. So for all running applications, even though the original developer didn't instrument their application. There are also a few downsides, as it lacks the level of detail that a user space profiling would provide, like function names and other symbols. So with continuous profiling, developers can now have much more detailed insight into how their application is performing in production, as it's much easier to locate and understand where performance problems impact end users. Continuous profiling also creates a powerful feedback loop on how new releases perform in production compared to the previous release, surfacing performance regressions and improvements. Together with continuous integration and continuous deployment, this can create a very short feedback loop for developers, allowing them to iterate on application performance quickly. Ultimately, continuous profiling translates into reduced infrastructure costs, improved service responsiveness, and improved reliability of your applications. Grafana Labs believes that continuous profiling will be the next pillar of observability next to metrics, logs, and traces. At Grafana Labs, we see a lot of value in this new observability signal that is tied to your codebase and can be correlated with your other observability data. For example, through exemplars and traces. Consistent metadata across all these pillars will be the key to discovery and automatic correlation of observability telemetry within Grafana. That's it for a quick introduction of continuous profiling. As always, make sure to like the video if this was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.